Hey everyone, how you doing today? It's me, David, coming to you from my whiskey den here in Central Ohio. Today I'm featuring another bourbon I picked up on my trip out west. This one is Blanton's. Actually got three bottles of Blantons on that trip, all in Idaho. And we're gonna call this a first taste video. I have had about a year and a half ago, a friend of mine brought a bottle of Blantons over, and I don't really recall what it tasted like. And then I was at another friend's party a couple of months ago. He had a bottle sitting out, but I had sampled a little bit that evening, and I don't quite recall that bottle of Blanton's. But here we go. This is done by Buffalo Trace. This is a single barrel bourbon. Buffalo Trace's number 2 mash bill, which reportedly is a higher rye mash bill than their flagship Buffalo Trace or E.H. Taylor and Eagle Rare and all that. Shares the same mash bill as Ancient Age and Ancient Age. This could be Ancient Age. I don't know. This one clocks in at 93 proof. This bourbon was dumped on July 22nd of this year. It was stored in warehouse storehouse warehouse H from barrel number 1861 on Rick number 4. And they have these little horse toppers, and they each topper spells the word, well, is a letter for the word Blanton, so, or Blantons. So let's see what we got here. That's a cool little doodad there. This is such an elegant little. I'm going to use my. Let's just go with my usual glass. I don't know. I should have had a glass ready. So nice heavy. This is N with a little colon after it, so I'm assuming it is the second N in Blantons. And we'll see. Now this, I think everywhere you go, this is not something that's stored on the shelves at all your favorite liquor stores. This retails, I want to say, around that $50 to $60 mark. I guess I should have had that information ready for you. Anywho, I think it was around $60. Went on our trip back home, stopped at a liquor store in Colorado. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Like Glenwood Springs, in Glenwood Springs, Colorado. And they had $300 on this bottle. Not this bottle, but a bottle of Blanton's. $300. Let's see if this is a $300 bourbon. I mean, it smells decent. Kind of reminds me of a old granddad type of deal with a high rye. I mean, this says the finest bourbon in the world comes from a single barrel. Let's just see what the tag says while this is breathing. This is a little bit of hype. Bourbon's peak of maturity varies from barrel to barrel. Master distiller can determine the exact moment. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. This sour mash bourbon whiskey has body, bouquet, and character unrivaled by any other. This is the original single barrel bourbon whiskey. There you go. So it's a hype. And like here in Ohio and probably in many areas of the country, it's highly allocated. Is it worth it? We'll see. Like I said, I was able to snag 3 bottles. One bottle was in a trade with a buddy of mine, and that buddy then took me to several liquor stores in Idaho, and I was able to snag 2 more bottles. Go figure. Never see it here. I don't ever see it in my part of Ohio, but bigger cities, they do seem to see it. So, um, I get definitely that rye, that hit of rye. Like I said, it reminds me of Old Granddad, which I like Old Granddad. Is this a good substitute for, well, for Old Granddad? I'm talking when I say Old Granddad, it's the 100 bonded, bottle and bond. But let's see. Hmm. Just so you know, pretty much always let down by Buffalo Trace products because they're always hyped, super hyped. Um, it does not taste like Old Granddad Bonded, which is a good thing, or I would sorely be disappointed. Um, it is a good, decent bourbon. It's not a $300 bourbon. Um, Up front, I'm getting that corn sweetness. I'm getting an elegance out of it that's really nice. A really good hit of rice spiciness, but not like your spice cabinet type of deal. Um, on the end, I'm getting this. Um, it's neat. It's a really neat taste. It's like a lot of Buffalo Trace products. It kind of defies for me a definition. Now, of course, like I've said in many of my videos, I do not pick up on the shoe leather and tobacco and bubble gum and tutti frutti flavors that so many others um, pick up on. I can taste, like I said, the sweetness. There is a nice like ethanol lightness to it that kind of evaporates. I do recall the very first one I tried a year and a half ago tasted really thin to me, like Buffalo Trace. It was a very thin taste. This has a bit more of a fuller body, more robust taste to it. In my opinion, it's similar, I would just say, like a Russell's Reserve, the 10-year Russell's Reserve. To me, it's very similar to that. Um, there's a little smokiness in it, not too much, just a tiny little waft of, of it. Um, and it is, I don't want to say it's worth chasing after, but it's not disappointing. Um, I mean, there's ones I've gotten in this price range that are very disappointing. Is it the world's finest bourbon? No, I don't think so. If you see it, should you grab a bottle? Why, yeah, by all means. It's nice to have um, on the shelf. It is a good special occasion bourbon. Um, it is a really nice little pour. In fact, I'll just have a little bit more of a pour and definitely revisit it in a future video once the bottle gets to breathe a little bit. It's got a nice rounded, full-bodied flavor to it, which is mighty tasty. Now, of course, as with any single barrel, you are going to get variances in that barrel. I assume what the master distiller down at Buffalo Trace will do, who's dealing with the Blantons, is that he's going to pick barrels that are similar from one to the next. Barrels that I would assume don't live up to the standard will get blended into other stuff. But that's an assumption. I don't know. But I do get, let me try one more. Try to describe this. Sweetness up front. Don't get a lot of malted barley taste, but just enough to kind of smooth things out. And that rye spice, kind of peppery. Yeah, that's what it is. It's kind of a peppery spice flavor to it. So I'm delightfully surprised by this. I did not think it would live up to the hype. It kind of, the hype's up here. It comes right about there. Pretty nice. And if you do see it, $60, I would probably go up to 75 on it. And that is, in my opinion, this particular batch is the perfect special occasion. You have your friends over, or you want to give a gift to the bourbon enthusiast in your life. This would be the one to do. And if you watch my videos, you know of my distaste for the Buffalo Trace family of products, except for the Weller, which is the wheated bourbons. I do enjoy my Wellers. And I enjoy my Benchmark, $10 bottle of Benchmark. But this will proudly sit on the shelf right about there. And I will enjoy that as a special occasion bourbon with my buddies when they come over. So there you go. Until next time, it's me, David, coming to you from my whiskey den here in Central Ohio. I hope your next pour is your best pour. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video. See you soon. Hey everyone, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe so you can be notified of future videos as they drop. Thanks for watching.